Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Covenant Legacy Challenge. My name is Ronald the Simmer, and this is episode 14, season 2. Right now, guys, we are having a celebration in honor of Queen Moira as she is celebrating her coronation. After basically the coronation, right now we have most of our higher ladies here, as well as was supposed to be coming here, our Queen's Guard. So I think Clementine is, I think, maybe leaving actually. Yeah, I don't know. Let me turn my headline effects on actually, so I can see what's going on. Clementine is here. Tristan has yet to arrive, and Capheus has yet to arrive. But we're gonna pretend like all of the Queen's Guard is here. Essentially, guys, we've had a lot going on in our mini movie, as you all seen. There was a lot going on for our young queen here. Just in that one sequence, Queen Moira has lost her younger sister, the Princess Arwen, also known as the Pretender by basically the history. So yes, sadly, guys, Arwen did pass away. I did not want Arwen to pass away, guys. Um, I actually did a vote. I rolled it off screen. I didn't have time to roll it on screen, and I didn't really feel like showing you guys that because I was like a lot of rolling going on, but a lot of dice rolling going on. But basically, everyone decided to basically vote against Arwen's. Actually, no. Celestia and Moira were the only ones who decided to not vote against Arwen's death. Everyone else decided to vote against Arwen's death on the council. They thought it was too much of a risk to have Arwen alive. And the same thing, I had everyone that you've seen that was executed, all had votes done. Moira actually wanted to save, she wanted to save Lady Clarabella, no, Mistress Clarabella, Lady Luna, and Princess Arwen. She wanted to save all three of them, but she did not. Well, she couldn't because the council voted against keeping them alive. So sadly, our young queen has lost her sister, and because of that, as we all know, you might not know, but through the mini movie, guys, essentially the queen here told her father that she basically vowed, essentially, that once this regency is over, she's going to send her father away back to Hollow. And that basically shook him to his core, like, because of course we all know that oh my god, is she eating that cake? Oh no, she's eating sweet buns, because today, guys, is Princess Hera's birthday. Oh, and here is here is Prince Lucifer, which is the uncle. Also today, guys, is diplomacy. So we are like essentially at this coronation. We're having like basically a meeting with the kings here of Hollow. So we're gonna focus more on the kingdom of Hollow today, and the next diplomacy will be with the kingdom of Zaragoza with the queen. Let's see. Let me put the cake here, and I'm gonna have Lady Clara go ahead and add the candles. I'm pretty sure she's very much hurt by the loss of her daughter, but hey, things happen. After she's done eating those sweet buns, she can come over here and listen to some Baroque music, and yeah. So Queen Moira, guys, she basically vowed that once her regency is over, she is going to remove her father from the queendom, and she's going to send him back to Hollow with his loveless family. And once that conversation was over, the queen walked away, and behind him was his father lurking in the shadows, as Vladislav tends to do. And he essentially said that his daughter would get over it. She would get over it. You're doing this for her own good, and someday she will basically understand what's going on. But obviously, Vlad, seeing that his son was very troubled by his daughter's words, and he basically told his son to suck it up. He told his son to suck it up, that you're a weakling and you need to get it together. And in retaliation, Victor punched his father because he is tired of his father's bullshit. Honestly, oh, my apologies for my language, but. He is tired of his father. He's tired of his father's words, all his meddling in his family's business. But what really set him off was the fact that his father mentioned Elodie, which is kind of a soft spot for Victor, because as we all know, Victor loved his wife very, very much. And we never really discussed it, but I always wondered, or I always felt Victor very much felt as if Elodie's death was his fault. He was the one who got her pregnant. Even though it takes two to tango, he was the one in his mind. He was the one who got her pregnant, and she was the one who had to birth Minerva. And I feel like maybe he feels as if his vampire genetics may have killed his wife. Maybe her body was too weak to handle the embryo that she was holding within her womb. And I sometimes feel like he may, feel a little bit guilt for the death of his wife, that he was the one who got her pregnant and she died at childbirth, giving birth to Minerva. I feel like that's something that is deep within him, and he loved his wife very much, but of course she has passed away due to childbirth. And then they had a succession crisis right after her death. But after that happened, guys, we of course had the whole thing happened with the execution. And what was this painting here? I wonder. Oh, this is so annoying that the portraits keep disappearing, and then on top of it, the portraits look less polished. Like, I don't know if you guys been noticing that. They have been looking a lot more blurry than usual. I hope they fix that, because that is so annoying. But guys, yes. After that happened, the execution happened, and of course Moira also said within that whole mini movie she would not go to the execution if her sister would be executed. And of course, as we all know, Arwen was definitely executed, sadly. Moira is mourning the loss of her sister. She's very much deep in mourning about it, but she's having to put on a safe face for this party. Of course, in honor of her coronation. She was just crowned queen before the masses. There's supposed to be many kings and queens here, but the invites for some reason are not working. I don't know what the issue is with that, but hopefully those things work out. But we also, where is Prince Lucifer? Oh, here he is. Lucifer, come here. Oh, he's for some reason making a cake. Lucifer, don't worry about the cake, please. Please, Lucifer, stop it. You too, Celestia. What are you guys doing? There's a party. Oh my god, this game irks my nerves. Okay, Celestia is too uncomfortable for this. So why are you cooking if you're too uncomfortable? Oh, she doesn't like crowded places. Okay. Can we get somebody to discuss her fears with her? Because I have stories to tell and you're messing that up for me. Okay, small talk. Celestia might be uncomfortable. Okay. She needs to go ahead and be funny right quick. So, come over here and, I don't know, tell a joke about aliens. Tell a joke about aliens to Figaro. If you want to. Oh, this is friendly. Tell a joke about mimes, I guess, because you can't do that with nobody else. You can come over here to Hestia, and you can also tell her a joke as well. Tell her a joke about aliens too. So, back to our discussion here, guys. I do find it interesting that all of this stuff is indeed happening. And if you guys didn't notice, within the mini movie, they were also talking about the recent things that has been happening within the kingdom. We will have to roll since King Vlad isn't here. I'm going to use Lucifer as a symbolism for this diplomacy. So she's kind of going to be talking to her uncle here, essentially trying to negotiate some new alliance terms, I guess, for the kingdom. We will have to roll, guys, to determine how this diplomacy went for our young queen. But yeah, we're gonna maybe negotiate some new things for this alliance now that Moira is, of course, queen. This is probably some negotiation going on here. But in the mini movie, Celestia was one of the people who voted against essentially sentencing her niece Arwen to death, and she was trying to find out new ways to essentially she was trying to find new ways to smooth over her decline in power, maybe like send her away, just as Moira suggested, or some other things of that matter. But in the midst of those talking points, we find out that the council has decided to go ahead and betroth Hestia off to Figaro. So this is going to be very interesting, guys, because Hestia is still a princess, but now she's also the mother seer. And of course, she's betrothed to Figaro. There will be a royal wedding happening soon, which she's going to lose influence by. So this is going to be very interesting because Moira did this specifically, guys, to basically decrease her sister's influence. Now, I did update a few of the dynasty influence as well as the regular influence dealing with our royal families, and royal ladies and princesses, and our queen, of course. And essentially, guys, the Bennett family, they're the last of their family, but their dynasty influence is negative too, which means any child that he has with Hestia which will have a claim to the throne. Regardless, they will not have a high claim like maybe Moira's children might have, because they will have a -2 bonus added on to their influence. And also, to add salt to injury, princesses lose influence when they do marry. So she's gonna lose, like, I think -3 points when she does marry Figaro. Maybe it may be 5. I don't really remember, but Princess Hestia is going to be losing a lot of influence by marrying Figaro and having children with him, because the Bennets are a very traitorous bloodline. Oh, another queen has arrived. Who is this? Queen Cassidy Polk. So let's have our queen come over here and greet her. So this, guys, this is the queen of, I think, Moonwood. Yeah, Moonwood. She's the queen of Moonwood to the new king, because his father has passed away. I have given her a bit of a makeover to kind of, like, make her look the part. Oh, and look over here. The concubine czar is here. We're going to get our queen to go ahead and get her belly. Queen Moira has felt a calling from within the realms. It is very important for her to embrace her true nature and be a bridge between the worlds. Embrace the change. You know what, guys? I'm going to take the mystical trait as a sign of religion. I feel like maybe she's become very zealous with her religion. Yeah, I like that idea. I'm gonna say yeah. I feel like this is like a change in her personality. I feel like maybe after this war, now that she's queen, she's kind of put a lot of her faith in Gaia, and she's become extra religious because of this. So I'm gonna say yeah, you can be mystical. Oh, Queen Moira has also enjoyed spending time with family recently. It's become very important for her to bond with her family. Should she embrace the change? 2 personality traits. Sure. I can see it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna make her family oriented. All right. All right. She's gotten 2 new personalities here, guys. She's a mystical, love bug, nosy, family oriented, neat sim, and a bookworm. So she has 6 traits, which means she's gotten to her limit. Basically, she can't have any more traits moving forward. Is he still a why isn't his wing showing? But one thing I didn't even realize, guys, was that Queen Moira is a love bug, which I find very interesting as to why she would want to spare her younger sister, because she loved her sister very, very dearly, and it probably would hurt her on the inside to see her, like, lose. It has hurt her very deeply, sadly. But Arwen is gone. She's been gone for about a few weeks now. I'm going to get our queen to go ahead and get Zar here to feel her stomach. Hopefully his wings will show, but I don't think they will. Yeah, they're not. She's gonna get him to feel her stomach because, of course, she's pregnant with his child. He is one of her concubines. And next episode, guys, we will officially have the concubine ball, which means many arranged marriages are going to start happening throughout the queendom, because then the queen will have her pick of who she's going to go ahead and end up having her first child with. Her next children with. She will have her full harem. Right now she kind of has a half a harem, but she's going to soon be essentially, guys, getting ready to form her own harem after basically the next episode, which, guys, I haven't discussed. There's so many things I have to talk about. But the next this is going to be the last episode of season 2, because after this episode, season 2 will conclude. Now that we have settled the succession war and we know who is queen, I am going to close the season off after this episode, and we will start season 3 with Queen's Moira's ascension. Well, we will start her as basically the new official queen of Sirius. So she's queen right now, but season 3 will basically start her new era. um which will be after this episode. Go ahead. Yes, let her feel the stomach. Let him feel the stomach. Another queen has arrived. This is the queen mother of Moonwood. So we're going to go ahead and greet the queen mother here. So go ahead and do a respectful introduction. She is a fellow queen. Um, oh, what was that? A great reputation. That's good. But what was that sentiment? Did she get one for Zara? She did. Let's see. Enchanted bond. Queen Moira formed a bond with Zara in the Everdew Forest that they can't easily explain, but it doesn't change the closeness she feels. Huh. Interesting. Oh, they're soulmates now. They were just love bugs last episode. So Queen Moira has an unexplainable bond with Zara, which is very interesting. I wonder how that's going to play out in the future. But yeah, in the next season, guys, the very first episode will be the concubine ball of Queen Moira, which I'm going to be very excited about. This episode, we will be trying to see what she's going to have. I'm excited to see if she's going to have a daughter or a little boy. It'll be very, very interesting. Electrical failure. We can probably get somebody to handle that. But yes, guys, we have a new queen. I really find all of this interesting. The queen has decided to go ahead and one day marry Hestia and Figaro off. She's forgiven most of the families, guys. So she's allowed for the husbands to live because they didn't really have any part to play in a usurpation. They were just husbands to the queens, to these ladies, I should say. And partly because Lady Clara here, she needs as much help as possible. Her son-in-law is still alive, which I'm pretty sure is Douglas here. Yes, it is. And she has her two grandkids, Kadira and Vesta, from her daughter here. And Mistress Clarabella has now officially passed away. But guys, the whole point of me saying this is because basically Clara is the lady alchemist, and she's going to be at court most of the time unless she brings her granddaughters here with her, which could be a possibility, but she needs as much help as possible. So of course Kadira is still alive. Lord Julian is still alive, helping taking care of his sons. And another thing, guys, which I should have put in the mini movie, Queen Moira has decided to name a new Lady of Star. So there's going to be a new Lady of Star, and the person she has decided to go ahead and name that lady is Nara Odina. Now, both Nara and Hestia will have to get new last names, which I'm sure you all have seen Hestia's new last name. I have not added it to her actual character yet because I'm waiting for her to have children. But her name is Val Basal. That is going to be her new last name. And I have not decided what I'm going to name Princess Nara's last name. I don't know what her last name is going to be, but you guys can give me suggestions if you want to. But she's going to be the new Lady of Star Castle. She's going to marry one of Lady Luna's sons when the time does come. And yeah, there's so many things going on right now, guys. I'm trying to get as much information out there as possible so you guys can have a sense of what's going on. But also, you guys are also probably wondering why the Queen's Guard is around now. Now, we will have to add someone else to the Queen's Guard. We will probably have to add like another witch aside from the angels, because we don't have enough angels anymore unless they start having children of their own. But essentially, guys, the Queen has pardoned all of the angels for their wrongdoings and has decided to give them an olive branch. Bend the knee and join her. And, guard the new queen here. And they have all basically seen that Zara is going to be the new father to the queen. And they have seen kind of like the reckless things that Lady Nadine was doing in her tenure as the Pretender Regent. And they have basically all agreed to bend the knee to their new queen. And with the help of Zara, of course, Zara has also kind of convinced them to join Moira's side because he's seen a different side of Moira, and he has kind of slowly but surely fallen in love with Queen Moira, especially now that she's pregnant with his child. So this is all very, very interesting. And this is definitely a new era, guys. I'm very excited to see how things will go in the future. Who is this? Oh, that's Lady Persephone. The queen has also decided to keep the new role as high commander. So Persephone will permanently stay in the castle. I will move Freya back inside the barracks when the time does come, but Persephone will stay in the castle now. She is now officially going to stay as the high commander to Queen Moira, as she is going to be the head of the Queen's Guard. And also today, guys, Princess Hera, as I've said before, at least I think I have, Princess Hera's birthday is today. So I am going to go ahead and get that cake out. Actually, let's go ahead and just get her to blow it out in here. I'm going to have everyone kind of come gather in the basically the dining hall. But anyway, guys, a lot of stuff is happening within the queendom, which I do find very interesting. And oh my God, Queen Moira has gone into labor at her coronation ball. She's gone into labor. Let's go ahead and get Hestia to go ahead and blow out her candles first before we actually go ahead and get her to have this child. This is so crazy. At the coronation ball that she's gone into labor. I thought it would be at midnight, but I think I got her pregnant earlier than I expected. I thought it was like around 12 that I had got her pregnant. Victor, come up in here and celebrate this birthday. Okay, come up in here. It is very sad though to see that Moira kind of hating her father right now. Like, I don't know if they will ever recover. I'm probably even going to reflect the relationship with how everything is going within the game. Like right now they have an amazing relationship, but I don't think it would be that amazing after what just happened with Arwen. I'm probably going to have to reflect that and edit their relationship a little bit off screen. But I find it so very sad that essentially that this is happening with them. Because I'm pausing right now, guys, because her is about to age up, and I don't want to like kind of talk over her aging up. But I just find it's just really sad because Moira's kind of distancing herself away from Victor because of the choice he made in participating in the execution of Princess Arwen. Moira kind of hoped to kind of integrate her sister. Well, not integrate her back into society, kind of send her away and kind of stash her away from society, so no one would kind of get in contact with her. No one would really talk to her. She would probably be the only one, probably would have been the only one able to kind of communicate with Arwen. She would have basically had a very secluded life, Arwen, if she would have stayed alive. But Victor, as well as the rest of the council, with the exception of High Lady Celestia, or Princess Celestia, the Lady Hand, they both everyone else felt as if Arwen stayed alive, she would have always been a threat, and logically that did make sense, and so they needed her to be executed. She participated in her usurpation, so she committed a crime. And though Moira advocated to keep her sister alive, lock her away, essentially having her, basically she would have been a prisoner her whole life, but essentially she thought it was better than basically letting her sister die. And because of this, she's going to kind of she hates her father right now, and I don't know if she will ever forgive him for basically participating in the execution of her own sister, as well as the rest of the ladies. I'm sure once she becomes a regent, she's going to try to find every way possible to try to make a new council. Once her regent leaves, hopefully it'll be tomorrow, because Sunday is the start of the new week, which means we have to roll to see whether or not if this regency will end, which could be bad news for Victor. But the whole point of me saying all of this, guys, is the fact that Victor got what he wanted. His daughter is alive, sitting on her throne, but he's kind of lost her in the same process. The prince father has lost his own daughter, which is so sad, but it is the way things have happened. She's not very happy with her father right now, and I don't know if she ever will be. I don't know if she ever will forgive him, but this is the price he has to pay for executing her beloved sister. She loved Arwen very much, and she's very, very sad to see her go. So, but I've gotten that out the way. I'm going to go ahead and allow for Hera to age up. So go ahead, Hera, age up into a teenager. So she's a macabre sim. And on top of that, this is a dangerous trait, which I have not added to the rules, but I have decided that this is going to be a dangerous trait for us guys. So Hera kind of already has one trait that is a little bit suspicious. But now we have to roll to see what's her next one. So 1, 2, 3, and she's unflirty. Oh, okay, it's not bad. I was a little worried for you, Hera. But okay, so now with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and make her a Renaissance sim because I don't really have time for the. I don't really use these things unless I'm playing with like my own save file or something like that. So I'm just gonna make her a Renaissance sim and call it a day. Let's see how she looks. I'm kind of curious. Oh, she's not. She's not bad looking. She's actually quite pretty. I love the hippie she has on, but she's actually quite pretty. I love this. Okay. I'm excited to give her a makeover to see how she really turned out. But now that this has happened, guys, I am going to go ahead and get our queen to get ready to give birth because she has gone into labor. Okay, guys, so we're back and we are going to go ahead and get our queen here to go ahead and give birth. So I'm hoping that this will in fact be a little girl, guys, because I do have something planned for her. What is dirty in here? What in the world? Oh, the diaper. Oh, let me get that up. I was like, what is dirty? But our queen has given birth. Oh, and she is going to give birth. I'm hoping that it's going to be a little girl because I did not check for her like I did for Marcella. I was very tempted to though, guys. It took everything in me. But I have everybody in here waiting, looking through the wall here to watch our queen give birth. This is exactly what I made this area for. I like the way it turned out. Of course, we have the father here, Czar, here watching as essentially his queen is about to give birth. I was about to say his wife, but they are not married. He's just a concubine to the queen. And of course, his brethren, well, his sisters, I should say, quote unquote sisters, they're also here to witness the birth of the queen. They are her queen's guards now. So let's go ahead and wait. Of course, we have our lady alchemist here as she is technically the physician and she's helping our queen through with this pregnancy, with this birth. Let's see, guys. Let's see what she's gonna have. What is it? It's a girl! Woo! Okay, good. This is really good. Oh, wow. Moira she is doing very good, guys. She's won this war. Her sister is gone, even though that's not what she wanted, but it does help her out a lot. And she's just had a daughter to add on to that. That is so good. I'm very happy for her. Okay, so the plan I have with her, guys, is to kind of name her first child, if it was a girl, after either her mother or Queen Orlin. And even one of you guys even suggested the same thing, because this is something that I was already thinking about doing for Moira to kind of further like legitimize her in a way. I really don't know how to pronounce your at, but your name on your channel is LFCDS. I think it says Felipe Santos. Felipe Santos. 9169. I really appreciate that comment because I was thinking the same thing. We literally think alike. But I want to name this young girl Princess Orlin. So that is what we're going to name her, Orlin Odina. So Queen Moira has decided to name her daughter Orlin after her grandmother to kind of further legitimize her as queen and to further legitimize his future daughter as queen as well. Naming her after the first queen of Sirius. It definitely does make it seem as if, this young girl here is chosen to be the future queen. So let's go ahead and put a check mark on this, guys. I'm very excited to see what she's going to go ahead, how the child will look. I can't wait to see it grow up into an infant because I'm wondering if she's going to have her. Oh, look at Lucifer. I'm wondering if she's going to have her mother's hair or her father's hair. If she's going to end up having angel genetics. If she's going to be a witch. If she's going to be a vampire. Like, what is it going to be with this baby? It's going to be very interesting to see everything come into play. But she does. He can be cheerful. Maybe the birth of his daughter like made him a little bit cheerful here. Um, but I'm pretty sure the court is very much happy about the birth of his of Queen Moira's daughter. I even wonder, guys. Let me go ahead and get her to breastfeed her. I really wonder what is going to be little Orland's future. Like it's definitely going to be interesting to see how things will play out. But our queen has gone ahead and given birth to her. Um, One thing I will do, guys, I have to roll twice because we have to see how the diplomacy went with the Kingdom of Hollow, and then we also have to see whether or not if Queen Moira has sadly passed away from her childbirth. She's a little bit paler than most of the Odinas, but I like that. It's definitely a change within the family. So I'll see you guys at the dice. So first we're gonna roll for the childbirth of Queen Moira. So as we all know, if you roll a 10 or a 20, then your sim passes away. So let's go ahead and roll. I'm very nervous because this is, Queen Elodie also died from childbirth, so this is a very sensitive thing for me. It had me in shock, and I was very sad about it. So let's go ahead and roll for our queen here. 1, 2, 3. She rolled a 19. Oh my lord, that would have been so bad if you rolled a 20. That means this birth was a very difficult one for her, guys, because she was very, very much almost there to the brink of death, it seems. She rolled a 19, which is good, which means she did survive her birth. And now we have to also roll to see whether or not this diplomacy went well with Queen Moira. So for this one, guys, we have to get out a 10-sided die to determine what's going to happen. If we roll a 2, then arranged marriages could form. If we roll a 4, I forget what happened. All I know is that I hope that we do not roll an 8 because another war will form. And this is with her family, so I really hope that doesn't happen. So 1, 2, 3, and she rolled a 5, which I think nothing happens. I'm gonna make sure. Yes, so nothing happens with this diplomacy meeting with Lucifer and the princess here. With the queen, I shouldn't call her a princess because she's officially the queen now. But Lucifer and Queen Moira seem to have had a satisfying, or whatever it may have been. They didn't have any quarrels or new negotiations. It seemed whatever happened with her new deal with Hollow seemed to go through. And yes, now I will get back to the game, and I'll see you all there. Okay, so here we are, guys, and of course we are with the queen here. She's breastfeeding Orland still, which is so crazy to me. Oh, she had a daughter. I'm so excited to see how this will go. But we are technically, guys, on our 4th generation now, which is so interesting to see. Zara is the wife, not the wife, the man to Queen Moira, the concubine to Queen Moira, and they have just had their first child together, and maybe could be possibly their only child, Orland. I am going to cut here, guys, because I am going to cut to when essentially we have our next council meeting, because we will have to roll on Sunday to see whether or not Queen Moira will win. Well, basically her regency will end. So I will see you all there. Okay, guys, so we are back at the dice, and I'm deciding to go ahead and just roll because it's 12 a.m. To determine whether or not Queen Moira will go ahead and basically lose her regency, or she will continue under the thumb of her father. We will just have to see for ourselves. But I'm going to get the 20-sided die out. And as we all know, even numbers, the regency continues. Odd numbers, it dissolves. So I'm gonna very much edit this in the future, but I don't have the energy right now to do so, because if you can't tell, guys, I'm kind of in a rush. So for right now, we're gonna do odd and even numbers, but in the future, this is going to be definitely edited more to kind of give it more of a backbone. So let's go ahead and roll. 1, 2, 3. And it seems, guys, Queen Moira's regency has ended. So season 3 will start off with a banger indeed. I will see you guys back at the castle. Okay, guys, so I am back. Basically 6 hours since we rolled. Well, not 6 hours in real time, but 6 hours in the game since we rolled to see whether or not Queen Orlin, not Queen Orlin, uh, Queen Moira, how she did in her childbirth and all of the other stuff we rolled about. Now I am down here. I was gonna go ahead and cut to the council meeting, which I still will do. But I checked on the calendar here, guys, and it said that it was Princess Orlin's birthday today. So I was very curious to see how she would age up, if she would get her father or her mother's hair. And she's about to age up now, but it looks like, guys, Orlin has the silver hair of of course the witches, which is very, very good. I'm pretty sure and she's a sunny child, which is good. I'm pretty sure Queen Moira is very, very happy about the outcome of how her child looks. Now I will have to roll to see whether or not Princess Orlin will inherit her father or her mother's eyes. But yes, guys, she inherited her father's hair, which is really good. She's really a true princess for the witches. This is really going to be good. I am very curious to see whether or not she's a witch, vampire, or an angel, or if she's all three. Hello, guys. So we are back, and Queen Moira has called. Well, not really called, but the council in general have called for a council meeting, and they have, it has come to, it's now time again. uh, Moira has brought up the fact that she is now a young woman. She is no longer a child. She's just had a beautiful young girl, a beautiful baby girl, named after her grandmother, Queen Orlin. um and she feels that it's time for her to make her own decisions by herself as queen, with you as with council, of course, but she alone needs to make her own decisions as queen. And the council has indeed voted, guys, and as we all know from the roll, they all have agreed that it is now time to end the regency of Prince Victor. They have essentially used Victor in a sense because he was kind of the ringleader of putting Moira back on the throne. But now that she's on the throne, they don't really need him anymore. The women at least, and so they're kind of setting the Prince Regent to the side here. And as we all know from the mini movie and earlier in the episode, from what I've said, Queen Moira will send her father back to Hollow. She doesn't want nothing to do with him. He had a part to play in her murder, her sister's murder, as well as her other council members here, like Lady Clara, Lady Giselisa, and Lady Marcella. Now, even though this council have voted to basically allow Moira to essentially to basically rule solely by herself, they have kind of shot themselves in the foot. They think that Moira's wrath may only be selected towards her father, but she's very much upset with Clara, Jaleesa, and Marcella for participating and agreeing to execute her sister Arwen. In the next season, we will see a drastic change and possibly her council members, as well as not only her council members, but of course her setting up her new harem. She's going to have a ball, and both of those balls will determine whether or not who's going to be on her council and who is going to go ahead and be in her harem. She's also, guys, decided to kind of show her power as a newly queen regnant. She has decided to go ahead and bring, guys, the Princess Orlin to the council meeting. So, guys, as you all noticed, Princess Orlin does have her father's silver hair, and she also, guys, is dressed in lots of pinks. I decided to go ahead and give her like a different color scheme. Like, of course, the Odina family's color scheme is definitely blue, and I might add accents of blue in it as she gets older. I thought it was very cute to give her like a pink color scheme, because we haven't had that since Princess Artemis. But On top of her inheriting her father's silver hair, guys, she is not the typical looking pure blooded witch, guys, because she inherited her mother's red eyes. So I thought that was really, really cool. But she is she has a silver hair of the witches, but she also has those vampiric red eyes. I'm very curious to see if she would like basically become a vampire as she gets older, or things of that matter. I'm very curious to see how that will go. Very, very curious indeed. But at this council meeting, she's showing off her daughter. She's showing the council that she can rule on her own, that she has an heiress. She's gotten influence. I'm pretty sure like a point or maybe two from having a daughter, which has increased her influence by a lot. She's a very influential woman within the queendom right now, and she's had her daughter. She's proven to everyone that she can rule on her own. She's made decisions under a regent with the help of her father, and she does not want her father in her queendom anymore. She thinks that he should be sent away for basically participating in the death of her sister. And very, very soon, when season 3 starts, the queen will definitely start looking to replace some of her council members on this very council at this very moment. And I think she would even be telling them that this is a new regime. This is a new start of my queendom, and I make the decisions. And you all, I don't maybe she wouldn't say you all would pay for basically accepting the death of Arwen, but maybe she would say that there will be some changes coming, and some of you may stay on this council and some of you may not. But my father, he will be sent back to Hollow for allowing the death of my sister to happen. She's very upset about Arwen's death, and she's not going to stand by idly and let this happen. She's also vowed at this council to be a queen of the witches, to show everyone that she is a true witch, and to let everyone know that she's not a vampire. She is a witch. She's kind of denouncing her vampire side in front of her father, basically telling everyone that she vows to be a queen of the witches and to only be a queen of the witches. She's not a vampire. She is a witch. And the goddess looks high and above and smiles at her. So, guys, I will end this episode off here. This is the end of season 2, guys. The next time we will have an episode of the Covenant Legacy Challenge. It will be in season 3 with Queen Moira reigning as our sovereign queen. She has her daughter to kick off the new season with. And by the next time we come back, we will have a new council ball and a new harem ball, a new concubine ball. I do want to go ahead and show you guys her new outfit before we do go ahead and leave off. So let's go ahead and get the queen to get up here really quickly. As she's talking to her aunt Celestia, who I think she favors a lot, especially because Celestia was one of the people who advocated, one of the only people who advocated for basically the survival of Arwen, unlike the other ladies at this council, including her father. Come this way, Moira, so the people can see you. Come on, Moira. Stop talking to your aunt. Come on, come on, come on. I really hope Celestia stays on the council because she has a few wants that I do want to complete. She wants to talk to Princess Hera, and she also wants to get into a relationship, guys, which I'm going to take as a sign that she kind of wants to she wants to officially court Nolan, as he's technically her concubine. He's still her concubine, actually. But I think she wants to officially court him and make him essentially her husband. He's already technically somebody she's courting, so instead of just like making them boyfriend and girlfriend, I might just actually get them married, because I feel like it makes the most sense. She always had like a little bit of a thing for Nolan, and she has 2 kids with him, and I think it would be nice to see her get married. Like, she doesn't want the throne, so even though this will hurt her influence, I think that she is okay with that, and I think that she wants to kind of settle down with Nolan and make him her official husband. She wants a more simpler life, so she wants to get into a relationship, which I do want to go ahead and get completed. And the same thing goes for Lady Clara. She's been having this want since Queen Orlin was alive. I do want to get this completed at some point, maybe get her into a relationship, a lover of her own, and see where that takes us. But come on, Moira, come this way so that the people can see your new outfit. I made this outfit for her like when the war was done because I felt like it was needed now that she is a reigning queen by herself. What are you doing, Moira? Marcella, what are you doing? Come sit down. I don't know what's taking Moira all day to come here, but let's go ahead and reset you. Oh my god. Come sit here, Persephone. Come sit back down. Because the game is being so weird for some reason. And then I'm going to reset Moira again. Oh my god. I'm not even going to worry about it because the game always finds a way to irk my nerves. But this is her new outfit, guys. I thought it was very good. I love the way it turned out. I feel like it goes in with her blacks and blues. Well, she mostly has black as her signature color, but it's a mixture of black and blue, which I liked a lot. She's gonna still keep her old everyday outfit, but I wanted to add another one onto her, her costumes. And this is another one. I thought it was very fitting for her. She's kind of repping her family colors in this outfit. And to add to this outfit, she has decided to kind of wear her mother's crown as a kind of honor to her mother and to her sister, because she knows that her sister wore this crown, and she also wants to wear this crown to kind of tribute to her sister as well as her mother to kind of further legitimize her. So she wears both her grandmother's crown as well as her mother's crown, um, in a way to honor both her sister and her mother. So this is her new outfit. I love the way it turned out, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did give her. I don't like putting my Sims, well, in at least in this time frame, in the medieval time frame, in too much heavy makeup. It'll be different if we were in a more modern time, or maybe a more like Victorian-esque era, but we're not there yet. We're still kind of in like this era where we're in a medieval like life, and there wasn't like heavy makeup back then, so I don't really give none of my Sims in this time period heavy makeup. It's like very, very slight bits of makeup. They might have lipstick here and there, maybe a little bit of eyeliner, and that is it. But this is her new look. She has like this dark lipstick and of course this beautiful gown as queen, which I really love the way it turned out. But anyway, guys, I guess what the queen can do. Oh, you know what? Before Victor does get sent away, I think he's gonna go ahead and say his goodbyes to his daughter. Of course, as you guys can see, I have lowered the relationship. It's not what it used to be, but he's gonna go ahead and, well, maybe he wouldn't hug her because maybe Orlin wouldn't want to hug her, wouldn't want to hug him. But he's probably gonna come over here and maybe, let's see, affection, blow of raspberries, a little Orlin here as like a goodbye to his family on this side, because he's about to go right back to Hollow. I don't know if he'll ever see his daughter again, or his granddaughter, or his other daughter Minerva, but as a goodbye to his family, he's gonna go ahead and blow raspberries, a little Orlin. I'm gonna go ahead and get them to take a picture. Oh, guys, like I feel so much sympathy for Victor because he only did what he thought was right. Like, he cared about Arwen, but he also cares about his children more. And he didn't want the threat looming of Arwen anymore. He did what he had to do to protect his daughter. And that's exactly what has happened. Moira, I feel like, is very heartbroken because she doesn't really want to do this to her father, but she hates him right now. She doesn't want anything to do with him, and she's very much hurt by what he has done to her because she begged him and pleaded to please allow for her sister to survive. But of course, he decided to go ahead and vote against her death. So yeah, that has happened. Poor Moira has lost her only friend, to be honest. Arwen. Arwen was literally her only friend. But Victor has gone ahead and kind of loaded raspberries with his granddaughter. Not kind of, but he actually has. And he can do tummy time together with her. But anyway, guys, I have rambled on enough. It is time for me to stop talking. My name is Ronald the Simmer, guys. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.